What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with another video. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at this absolutely fabulous chart of stellar lumens and look at why I'm so bullish on it continuing out into 2021. So if that sounds good to you guys, smack that subscribe button if you haven't already. Now let's jump right on in to the video. As we jump right on into this fabulous 4-hour chart of stellar lumens, I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. By the way, it's actually a wonderful weekend up here in New England. We just got smacked with the first snow of the year for the most part, and it's actually not that bad this weekend, but just wanted to point that out here. But as we look at the 4-hour chart of stellar lumens, we are just forming another bull flag, and honestly, stellar lumens has been making these bull flags all the way up during this early stages of the bull run. We're going to look at this later in the video, but just wanted to point that out first. Now, if we look here, guys, we've gotten 2 touches on the top here. So I'd like to see one more touch and a rejection to kind of confirm this bull flag. But we're going to look at later in this video why I'm not so worried about that. But we've gotten 3 touches on the bottom here. So that confirms the bottom support for me. But I'd like to see one more touch on the top to confirm that we're actually in a bull flag before I really call we're in a bull flag. But so far, you know, we've kind of confirmed our support and resistances on the top and bottom here. And look for a breakout within the next days to weeks for stellar lumens higher up to the upside, right? Now, stellar lumens has been making these bull flags all the way up, and they just seem to get bigger and bigger, which makes me even more bullish on stellar lumens for, you know, up for the upcoming weeks. Because if we look down here, back here in May, right? Back here in May, if we zoom in, really, this is on the 4 hours, so I got to zoom in a good amount, but in May, we got a nice bull flag here. We got 3 touches on the bottom. We had a little bit of wick below it, but just a little bit of a fake out. And 3 touches on the top before really busting out to the upside. Yes, I used the word bust. Just ignore that. And that was a pretty small one, right? So that was like kind of the beginning stages. We didn't know if we were going to go up or down at this time, but we ended up pumping, right? And then we fast forward to June. We get a nice consolidation, you know, downwards and to the right, which formed this bull flag, which, same thing, 3 touches on the top, 3 touches on the bottom, confirm it as support after we break out of it, and then we get another massive pump to the upside. You guys can see, same thing here. When we end up breaking out of it, we don't come all the way back down to confirm it as support on this one, but we still kind of consolidate above it before getting a nice pump, right? And then we fast forward to, I think this one was one in September. So this was in August to November. So a huge bull flag formed here, right? We got 3 touches on the bottom, 3 touches on the top, broke out of it, confirmed it as support here, and then really got a pump up to the upside. So I'm looking at a pretty similar thing playing out here for stellar lumens on the 4-hour. I know this is a little bit shorter like term view than what I normally look at. We're going to look at the longer term stuff after this in this video, but I wanted to just touch on the short term on this. So what I expect to happen is either we get a nice pump up here, get rejected, maybe come back down to test this as support one more time. Depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin keeps pumping, we're going to see stellar lumens break up to the upside again. Probably confirm this as support and then move up, just like it has every single time we end up in one of these bull flags. But if Bitcoin does go down, right, so watch what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin does go down, we probably pump up here and then get a nice rejection back down to the downside. Now, that won't be the end of the world. I think we'll get support in this bull flag, and then we'll just kind of hockey puck in here until, you know, Bitcoin decides if it wants to go higher, if it wants to have a nice 25-30% correction. You know, this is what's going to happen if Bitcoin takes a dump. Stellar lumens is going to take a dump as well. But like I said, on the 4-hour, watch what Bitcoin does. That's going to determine if we break up or down out of this bull flag. So now that we have the 4-hour taken care of, let's jump on over to the fractal that we've been looking at for stellar lumens in every single one of my videos. Now, some of you guys might be tired of this fractal, but it is the most important fractal for stellar lumens for me as well, right? And I have a little bit, you know, stuff to add on to it, you know, going on with the RSI down here. You know, so the fractal, you guys, if you guys don't know about the fractal, go watch one of my previous stellar lumens videos. This is the bear market to bull market last time. This is the bear market to bull market this time. You guys can see the resemblance where we have a downwards resistance, break up out of it, test it as support, come back up, get rejected, come back down to this long-term trend line, and then pump, right? Same thing here, downwards resistance, break up out of it, test it as support, come back up, test this long-term resistance as support, and then break on up. And I think we're going to see a big, massive move, just like we did down here. Once we tested this as support for the second time, we're going to get a nice, massive move on it to the upside. So that's kind of the synopsis on that fractal. If you guys don't want to know more about that fractal and a little more in depth, go watch my last Stellar Lumens video that I made earlier this week, probably like Monday, Tuesday. But I wanted to add on to that and look at down here at the RSI. So you guys can see, so when we kind of bottomed out for Stellar Lumens down here in 2016, that's when the RSI kind of bottomed out as well. And you guys can see we made this uptrend on the RSI, right, all throughout the bull market, right, where we came back down to this trend line 4 times before topping out and moving down, right? And I circled where we are right now. So, it's December 19th, 2020. So if we go back to December 19th, 2016, this is about where we were, right? So we were at a top point of the RSI before coming back down to retest the support line. And I circled where we are right now. I think we're, like I said in numerous one of my videos, guys, I think we're leading the market a little bit because the institutional investors are smarter than us normal people. So a lot of the things are getting front run. If you look at a lot of my videos, a lot of the price action from the last bull market is actually getting front run because these institutions are so smart. So you guys can see we topped out about a month ago on the RSI, and now we're coming back down. Now, like I said, guys, watch what Bitcoin does. But the RSI, if Bitcoin goes down, you're going to see Stellar Lumens go down, and you're going to see the RSI cool off probably back down to this trend line before we get our really big pump up on the RSI, just like we did act here, right? We topped out, came back down to retest the support line again before really coming up and topping out on that RSI. Now, if you look here also, guys, we're also making higher highs on the RSI. You guys can see we topped out. It's not a perfect trend line. You guys can see we keep making higher highs on the RSI back here in this bull market, and we're pretty much doing the same thing down here, pretty much making higher highs on the RSI in this one so far. So that's the fractal. If you, like I said, guys, if you want a bigger breakdown on this top part of the fractal, go check out my last video on Stellar Lumens. Not going to go in depth with it in this video just because I just talked about it in my last Stellar Lumens video. So if we could jump on over to the third chart I want to look at for Stellar Lumens, this is also the fractal that we looked at in my last video of Stellar Lumens. I wanted to see if we're still following it. So on the weekly chart, we're still following it. You guys can see back here in the 2014, 2017, we did a double bottom, right? We also tested this resistance line twice, right? So we came up, got rejected, came up twice, got rejected, came back down, right? Double bottom, pumped, right? Same thing in the second time, right? We came up, got rejected, came up, got rejected, and then pumped, right? So while also creating a lower low. Same thing here. We came up, got rejected, came up, got rejected, and then we pumped while also making a lower low. Not the lower low, but the lowest low in the trend, right? So, and then we came back down. Same thing, guys. We pumped, came back down, pumped, and now we're coming back down again while also making the lowest low. Now, it is possible based on this chart we make our lowest low somewhere down here, but I don't think that's necessarily going to happen. If history repeats itself, this third low, this third time coming down is usually a higher low. You guys can see each time here, it's pretty much a higher low. So what I expect to happen is we probably come back down a little bit, and then we come back up and we really get that massive move to the upside. Like every time we see after this fractal, we get every single time if I circle it here. I expect the same thing to kind of happen here, guys. We're due, right? We've been consolidating for so long for Stellar Lumens, over about a year and a half now, going sideways for the most part. Fractals pointing upwards, right? This fractal pointing upwards, RSI pointing upwards, right? The bull flag, which is a bullish pattern, pointing upwards. So many things pointing upwards for Stellar Lumens, and I'm so bullish on this coin. I hope you guys are as well. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, right? Stay safe out there. You know, enjoy the kind of sunny but still cold weather if you're up here in New England. I'm jealous of you guys that live in the South or in a different country right now, because you don't have to deal with the cold. It's probably 60, 70 wherever you guys live, and not 20 degrees like it is up here. So hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.